Okie dokie, hi, hello. Let's knock out, like, I don't know, a fucking hour of Stardew. And then I gotta go on YouTube and actually set up the fucking playlist for this. And actually upload everything, and oh my god, I just want to go back to bed. But that's all I've done today. That's all I've done today. Man, a lot of people do seem depressed today. What the fuck? It's a little weird. Is it because of, I'm not getting into it. Not getting into it. It can be because of a lot of different things, and I think a lot of people are struggling with a lot of different things. And, you know, honestly, Alex, if we take some time to appreciate the position that you're in, you really don't have a lot to be that sad for. Yeah, you're feeling a lot of, loneliness and isolation, but, like, you live in a good amount of relative security and comfort. It's weird that I've been such a like needy, lonely little monster lately, because fuck you, Pam. Ugh, you got a beer, farmer? No, I don't. Not for you. Get your own fucking booze. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh, like, it's a little not surprising that I've been big sad hours. Because, you know, I spend a lot of time alone, I have friends nearby, I talk to people online fairly frequently, but that's not really the same, and I'm not missing cohabitating right now. Oh god, no, I'm very happy to live alone. But I am missing having folks nearby, conveniently nearby, where you don't have to make a whole deal out of planning days in advance when you're gonna hang out, just like casually seeing people that you like. I miss that. I really miss that. And there's also, kind of a... That was an odd turn of... That was a very odd turn, channel. Okay, sure, Pretzel Rocks. Go from... Those genres are definitely similar. Like, there's a noticeable drop-off. I talked... last week? Maybe? I'm having a really hard time keeping track of time right now. I talked... God, maybe it was earlier in the week. I don't fucking know. About happiness hangovers. And how I was kind of feeling like I have one going on. Oh, hey. Oh, shoot, an ad. An ad? On my channel? Oh, you're getting pre-rolls, probably. Yeah, like, happiness hangovers is definitely a thing. Where you get really excited about something or someone, and you get really, I don't know, satisfied with that feeling, and you kind of get lost in it for a while, which is good, and you should. But then when it's over, you're not sad necessarily, but you are low-key going through a little serotonin and dopamine withdrawal. And I was feeling that, I can't remember, earlier this week, last week, and I kind of have this feeling of sad afterglow that's kind of casting a shadow over things, and I'm not totally sure why. I did feel bad going into your chat earlier, Mars, and like you were trying to do the whole like, yeah, let's be positive thing. I'm like, I've been a monster today. I've been a sleepy monster today. It does seem like a lot of people are struggling right now. I mean, God, when are they not? but that, just like so many other things, I really hate this obligation. You were talking about this a little bit, this mental health obligation to at least look like and act like you're happy and doing well. That it's somehow not okay or bad to be sad or angry or inconveniently feeling, right? And so it's a huge obstacle, both for people with serious conditions and just like people who are feeling kind of crappy, to open up and talk about and share those feelings. We definitely live in a culture that centers positive, productive feelings for, obvious reasons. And that fixation, and it's so unproductive. It's so destructive and toxic. Like, our generation... Okay, my generation. I'm not I was giving you shit for doxing, now I'm just like, you're in my generation. My generation, us young millennials and the young kids, have a higher than average rate of mental illness, right? Of all kinds of different swaths. And depression, and, there's material reasons for that. There's a lot of good reasons for it. Right, yeah, toxic positivity is horrid. Absolutely horrid. The world that we grew up in and the promises we were fed versus what reality actually is, that's discordant and disturbing and heartbreaking. We live in a huge, amazing, awe-inspiring world with incredible capacities for beauty and wonder and just awe. And some people have had the power to gatekeep it. Say, sorry, you can't see this beautiful waterfall. You can't go and stare at the Pacific as the sun sets. You can't be alone in a quiet forest as the sun rises. That costs money. Sorry, transportation, we don't value letting people move around. Nah, you just gotta buy a car and poison the environment and yourself and... Oh, you need, like, some time to work on something productive and feel like a part of a community? Why don't you get back to those spreadsheets? It sucks. It really does suck. But, like, again, I'm doing pretty okay. And I've been feeling... Oh, right. Kind of guilty about being sad lately because I don't have much to be sad about. For, like, the usual... me sad, me lonely stuff. Yeah, I guess, but, like, when other people are struggling to keep their homes, or struggling with, state violence, or struggling with all of these other things, it feels so petty and egocentric for me to be like, I'm sad, and I like people that I can't see, and I miss people that I can't see, and I'm sad about it, and I wish I had more time and freedom and mobility and money to just go out and do all these things, and I'm just kind of small and sad and lonely. But, like, other people are going through much worse stuff, and I know that making comparisons like that is incredibly unproductive, it's incredibly unhelpful, it is detrimental to our ability to relate to one another and be empathetic towards one another, that it's a form of denial or a form of rejection of what we're feeling and processing, and it's incredibly unhealthy. So I do want to give myself room to be sad, but, having had years where I was seriously more depressed than I am now, like clinically depressed, I'm terrified of slipping back into that. I'm terrified of letting that become the part of me, the bigger part of me that I share with the world. I'm scared of having people's perception of me change to, oh, Alex is just, like, sad and lonely and, like, broken all the time, and, that's just Alex. Because I'm pretty sure that's how people have felt about me in the past, and yeah, it's scary. But at the same time, you know, I don't know, it's such a mindfuck. Like, sometimes I just want to go, I fixate on stuff. I wouldn't say hyperfixate, but I definitely fixate on stuff. Thank you. That's... That's very nice of you. we're complicated creatures, right? We're not all one thing or another. Like, I can be sweet and supportive and kind, and, you know, I'm really glad that you feel that way about me, because I try, but also I can be a dick. I can be a self-invested little prick who's sad and wrapped up in their own feelings to the point where they can't see the feelings of people around them, and I'm so frustrated with how sad or lonely or whatever I am that I hurt people around me. And I can also have the capacity to, you know, be all these other things. Yeah, go to bed. Have a good night. I hope work, pays you. I hope they pay you. And it's a cool ass day tomorrow. Yeah, I don't... Being human's weird. Being human's very weird, especially with this emphasis we have on a self. Like, a true universal self that we share with the world. Like, oh, that's me. And then exemplifying that self through the shit we wear, the shit we buy, the shit we eat, the shit we do. Now, this pronunciation and advocation for the self by consumerism. It's draining, because when you're trying to save money, or when you're trying to just get by, it can feel like this normalized, big, expected part of yourself isn't there, isn't real, that you're not the same as other people, that you're not as good as other people, that you're not as whatever as other people. Social spectacle is a hell of a thing. And like, I'm doing... I don't want to be this bitchy. I'm doing well! Like, I'm still financially stable. I'm not trying hard to get it work. When I do have the spoons to, like, go on to fucking dating sites, I get people who are very excited, and I'm like, cool, yeah, and then don't respond and disengage. Like, my friends are happy to see me and miss me, and they want to spend time with me, and, like, cool people that I like seem to like me too. But I'm having a really hard time internalizing it. I'm having a really hard time internalizing it. And, like, actually being receptive to it. That's whack. That is whack. I don't know. Last night, being out around younger people at a bar, like college-age kids at a bar, made me so glad to not be young anymore. So glad to not be a little baby anymore, to not be a youth. I was thrilled to be in my late 20s, going on 30. Like, fucking thrilled. It's such a good reminder of how much I've changed and grown. The shitty ways that I used to try to belong when I didn't belong and didn't fit. The ways that I changed and lessened and reduced myself for the comfort and benefit of other people. That's been an ongoing theme lately. Really has. Just trying to... I'm finding more and more moments where I'm giving myself the space to appreciate myself, to appreciate how much I've grown and changed, how much I like who I am as a human being, and who I become as a human being. That's a good feeling. That's a very good feeling. It's accompanied with an assured sense that there's more work to do. Miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. Now, Robert Frost is, again, a very cliche, sad kid poet to like, but I loved Robert Frost when I was a kid. I loved him. I still really enjoy Robert Frost poetry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much specific to go off on. Like, part of my hesitancy to, like, go on dates is this fear that if people actually got to know me, that they wouldn't like me. That, like, this fear that if people actually spent more time with me, they'd be like, oh, yeah, no, Alex is exhausting, or Alex is weird, or Alex is not as cool as they try to be, and Alex is, like, actually sad, and, like, maybe Alex isn't worth my time. Like, I don't know, shit like that. Also, I concern that I get concerned that, and this is a reflection of where I've been, like, socially and economically. I get concerned that, like, well, I won't have enough money to date, or at least not date people here. You know, when I was younger, it was like, well, I don't have a job and I'm in college, and who wants to date a broke college kid? Or who wants to date a townie who isn't doing anything exciting? Or who really wants to date, you know, just this do-nothing, fuck capitalist, fuck capitalism, queer little socialist who spends so much of their time playing games and reading nerd shit and, like, can't compete with or keep up with the salaries or spending habits of the wealthier people who live in Seattle. Like, that's a concern of mine. And I don't want it to be. I hate how classed everything is. I hate how wealth is this measure of worth. I mean, even the sense of having worth, like self-worth, be so linguistically tied and close to the idea of wealth is troubling. Like, if I dated someone, and it's a complete double standard, because if and when I've dated people who haven't been able to go out, that hasn't been a problem. If and when I've dated people who are in worse financial places I am, it's never been a problem. Like, okay, yeah, that's fine. You do you, and we'll find things that we like together, or we won't, and that's okay. But, you know, when I'm so good at reassuring other people and having patience and love and giving space and all that jibber jabber. Oh man, I'm real turned up on here, weren't I? I hit the mic when it was still muted and turned the gain knob way to one side. But I don't have a lot of that for myself. And yeah, that's something to work on, and yes, I'm familiar with, like, some therapeutic tools that can help. Like, try to imagine the advice you'd give someone else. Would you talk to someone the way that you think about yourself? Well, then maybe you should try to change that. I know, I fucking know. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. Ugh. It's really difficult because where I'm at, and having lived in largely isolation broken up with occasional social activity, I know that I can live like this for the rest of my life. I know I could, with a relative degree of health or relative definition of healthiness, I could do this and lead a relatively healthy life. That's horrible. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to spend so much time alone. I don't want to just sleep and be lazy and... Shit. Like, I want to be healthier. I want to be healthier. I want to be more functional. I want to be more productive. Not for other people's approval, but for my own sake. I want to work for me. I want to do more for me. 6 red slimes. You know what? That aligns with my values. I will vote for that platform. I will do that quest. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do... What time is it? 8 p.m. We're gonna make this a 1-hour stream. I'm going to start doing laundry, because I haven't done laundry in, like, almost a month. And, like, all of my favorite clothes are dirty, and that's probably contributing in some large part to me feeling crappy. Like, I was watching Pixie Rat Mars's chat tonight, and she had on a very cozy, very cute-looking, button-up shirt, but it's made out of, like, a softish, cottony material, and it's... God damn it, What are these called? Wait. I mean, that's kind of close. Alright, you know what? Let's just go and show you the one that it brought to mind. I forget what these fucking things are called. Flannel! God damn it, flannel shirt. Is there any doxable information here? Nah, probably not. I mean, maybe, but probably not. Let's get... Yeah, this shirt particularly is what's been dirty that I really want to wear. Mars wasn't wearing this. She was wearing something similar. She looked great in it. My brain went like, oh, cute. And then my brain went like, want, but can't have. That's dirty. It's dirty and it's covered in dirty laundry right now. You can't have that. My God, yeah. I've had several days in the last week where I've been like, oh, I really want to wear that. Yeah, but I don't want to do laundry. I have like 2 giant loads, of laundry to do. Oh. I gotta... I think I have to install a fucking app on my phone because our washing machines just changed from working on cards to working on this app, which is convenient, but is also kind of annoying. Oh, speaking of, I should be charging my fucking phone. And also, like, having clothes I feel cute in will make me more likely to want to go outside, rather than just having clothes I feel okay in. Like, I went out last night and I felt fine in what I was wearing, but I wasn't dressing up. Like, I had on tight black jeans and basically a gray sweater. It's cozy and comfy, but like, it wasn't cutting it. This counts as the lava caves, right? Right? Hello, Red Bat? I'm here for Mr. Red Bat? I can't remember. Sir, am I in Mr. Red Bat's house? Is this, the Red Bat? Hello? Yes, it is. Thank you. I have a package here for you and 6 of your friends. Again, that sounds like a ordered an extra large sausage pizza kind of line. And also, like, dating involves, like, going out somewhere, and it's fall, so going out, well, it's borderline winter now, it's fall going on winter, so going out means, like, maybe spending a little bit of time outside, but then it probably getting too cold pretty quickly, so then you have to commit to, like, oh, you want to, like, go get coffee or something? And then, or a drink or whatever, or bite to eat, and then, you know, you're paying for the time and the space there, and I don't want to be that asshole who's there and just, like, not fucking leaving while these people are trying to fill a table. These God-blessed service workers are just trying to pay bills. I don't want to be that dick making their day longer. So especially during the pandemic, I haven't really wanted to date, because, like, any shit I can go out and do, somebody's paying for it in some way or another, in a way that I don't really like. I'm not really comfortable with. Someone I follow, and I can't remember who, on Twitter was going off on how in the United States we don't have a lot of really public spaces. Yeah, we have, like, sidewalks and parks and, like, city halls and whatever, but, like, actual public spaces where you can go and just exist. Like, Seattle has, what, like, 5 public bathrooms? The entire city? 5 public bathrooms, I think? It's not really a public space. It's not really a space made or engineered or designed to be shared, then, is it? It's designed to be bought and purchased and rented and leased. Like, oh, yeah, you can be treated like a human being for $20 an hour, $40 an hour. Oh, you don't have that? You're not comfortable spending that? You're not willing to do that? Well, then go fuck yourself. Go be cold and wet outside. And so after, you know, spending money being in a space that is just kind of obligatory and it's a public space so both of you feel safe, then you have to judge after, like, spending time with someone for, like, an hour or two, if you feel safe and comfortable enough with the person to either go back to their place or take them back to your place. And if they come back to my place, then I have to go through the whole gambit of, like, is my place clean? Do I feel comfortable in what the state or appearance of my place says about me? How does that reflect on me? Oh god, what are they going to think about me based off of the decor I have, the colors I have, the things I like, etc., etc., etc. Just too goddamn much. It's just too fucking much. I mean, an ideal thing is you go out on a date, you have a really fun time, you really hit it off with someone, you don't want to go home, you know, spend most of the night just, like, trying not to leave each other's company, and then, maybe, reluctantly, coyly, you go back to one place or another at the end of the night. Or you go home really happy and giddy about the whole experience. Right? Maybe that's a better way to think about it. Maybe I should keep that in my mind, rather than, like, oh, but, like, all the steps and things to take into consideration of it being, like, safe and fun for everyone involved. I don't know. And there's someone that I've dated previously that I've been like, haha, we should hang out sometime. Ooh, I miss you, kind of thing. And I got, you know, really positive reaction, but they're also, like, super busy, and I don't want to be like, haha, but when? And I don't want to push it, because, like, yeah, I'd love to see them, but I don't want to be in somebody's DMs like that. I don't want to be that. So, especially when I was younger, I was that person a lot, like, oh, hey, let's do this, yeah, and the person, like, pushing for and making a relationship work. But I don't want to be the person making the relationship work. I want to be a person making the relationship work. I want to be a part of making a relationship work. I don't want it to be my project, right? Something that we're doing just because I'm putting in the work and the labor, emotional or otherwise. I don't want that for me, and I don't want that for the other person, so I'm trying to just be like, okay, just give it some time, and maybe. The same thing, I feel that way about my friendships. Like, if I ask someone more than, like, twice in a week if they want to hang out, I feel Like I'm a big baby and I shouldn't be asking that often. This is why people have hot banging sex in the alleyway behind bars. No, they don't. No, they don't. I mean, that's just not, in my experience, that's not a thing. You know, that's a thing that I've heard exists, but I've spent a lot of time in bars, a lot of time around bars. This is not a phenomenon I've experienced. We're going to different bars, clearly. You know, honestly, one of the bars I was at last night, that... Maybe, nah. I mean, it was a college kid bar, so maybe if they were concerned, like, ooh, can't go back because of my roommate. What if we just hooked up in this alley? I don't really go for public sex. Like, and oh God, I've talked about this before. I get it, it's hot because you're not supposed to do it. Ooh, so naughty. But, like, I love to harp on about, other people have not consented to being a part of that play, and even if inadvertently you expose them or they get involved somehow, it's bad consent. It's bad consent practice. I'm not here to kink shame. I'm just here to kink shame. I don't know. Depending on who I was with, the bar, and the alley. Maybe. Maybe. But probably not, honestly. Yeah, the last few dates I've gone on have kind of sucked, to be honest with you. Like, I've been super excited and hopeful about them, and usually what happens is I end up going out on a date, and somebody really opens up and they talk about all the shit they're going through, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot. I don't want to be your therapist. And it's not me being scared off like, ooh, you have too much baggage. No, not at all. But like, not asking me reciprocal questions, like spilling your guts, but then not like showing an active interest in what I'm struggling with. Like you're getting something out of this and you're not being sensitive to the other person in the conversation kind of thing. You know, sometimes we have a conversation and we just dish, or we just, you know, pour out our fucking hearts. But when I notice it's a trend with some people, that tends to be a turnoff. The secret to alleyway sex is banging straight men. Well, then that's why I've never done it. And that's why I'll never do it. Yeah, never been, straight enough to do that, I guess. That must be what it is. Yeah. Maybe that's part of it, right? Just being a little turned off and disappointed by previous dates. Yeah, no, that's definitely a part of it. Yeah, that sucks. I would never want to make someone feel bad for not being a good date, right? Like, you had a bad night, or you're going through a lot, and hey, you know, maybe this isn't something you should be doing right now, and I'm a safe person to figure that out with, and find that out with, and, you know, I'm caring, and kind, and understanding, and like, I get it, totally get it, you know? Totally, yeah, it doesn't seem like you're ready for this. But when that has happened more than once, like a few times in a row now, it's just like, this sucks. This sucks. Like, hey, people are sad, so am I, and I get it. But I would love to, just be able to have fun. Even to just have a bitchy night with someone where they're having a bad time and I'm having a bad time, we're having a bad time together, but there's like a feeling of solidarity out of it, and not a feeling of Alex is a fucking therapist out of it. And I know I harp on this a lot, but it feels that way a lot. Your very first relationship, I was a therapist, and that pushed me to the edge of suicide, and so I too learned my lesson when to bail. Yeah. Yep. And yeah. Because it blows, right? Like, dating apps suck, because swiping, easy. Yeah, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot, you're attractive, you're cute, you're interesting. Oh, hey, that, like, oh wow, whatever. And if it were, like, the first person you went, like, oh wow, you, like, immediately set up a date and went off with them, that's one thing. But when you have to wait an hour or hours since that initial reaction to even begin talking to the person, more like days, that initial spark might not be there anymore. And not only might it not be there, it may still be there, but you've also probably had that initial spark with dozens or hundreds of other people on that same app. And so you then have to summon up the emotional energy and will to be like, okay, no, I'm gonna engage with this person. But then, like, you know, a good number of conversations on dating apps don't fucking go anywhere. You see some red flags and you bail. So then you have to summon up the emotional energy all over again. And so if you're like me, you'll often have 3 or 4 conversations going on at once, and then that burns you out because it feels like it's too much to juggle, and it all feels kind of superficial, and you're stretched in so many directions that you're not really giving the time and space to any of them properly, and it just, that doesn't fucking work. I don't know, dating sites, I've met and dated some great people off of them. I have. But they're also so much fucking work. Red flag, Call of Duty, quote in bio. Yeah, that'll do it. That would certainly do it. Yeah, I should do it. I should do it. I should do laundry. I should do dishes. I should be on dating apps tonight and social media sites and actually, like, engage with people. That's a lot that Clint's offering there for something I'm gonna do anyway. Lewis. Are you at home, Lewis? Did we pass you? Are you already at the bar? No, he's probably at Pierre's if he's not at his house right now. No, there he is. You said slime problem? Oh. I can't read. That was 6 red slimes, not 6 red spiders. Or, bats. Reading comprehension. Good job, Alex. Good job. I should... Yeah. And Mars was talking about this in her stream. You know, it's very easy to fall into patterns of self-care and comfort and just doing things that make you feel comfortable or use up the least spoons or whatever is possible. And just try to have cozy day after cozy day after cozy day. But eventually, you gotta start fucking doing stuff, because that'll just feed in its own way into a negative feedback loop and feed into depression. If you're not doing stuff to be active, to take care of yourself, to be healthy, to grow, to change. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. This is one of the scarier things about Adderall, particularly for me. It's the reason I haven't done Adderall since, like, a few times in college. I feel like so much more of a functional human being. I'm so much more social and outgoing. This is Clint who wants this, right? And it scares the hell out of me. It scares the hell out of me being on a substance that makes me think, wow, I'm a better or healthier version of me on this. No, that's incredibly scary. Okay, we'll just go turn that in. We're not gonna have much time in the mines today, but I'm not gonna have to tote that around. There are two ways you can interpret that, right? One way is, well, okay, sounds like that's something you should be medicated, because it seems to be working for you. Alternatively, wow, that sounds like something you should stay the fuck away from, because that sounds like it'd be really easy for you to abuse. And both can be true at the same time, and both are often true. Both are very often true. And I love things that make me feel more outgoing or lower my social inhibitions. I do. That's why I still like drinking and why I don't drink very often. That's why I like all kinds of drugs and why I don't do them very often. Or, like, ever anymore. Because those are feelings and attitudes and headspaces and mental, capacities that I don't want to fabricate in myself artificially. There's something I want to foster in myself. They're things I want to grow towards. Those are things I want to just grow to actualize and embody genuinely, not just through medication, self-medication or otherwise. But it's hard, and I'm tired, and it's so easy to just cheat and rewire your brain chemistry. It's so easy to just cheat and rewire your chemistry that way. Blech. Monday's coming up. I'm taking it on myself to use Mondays as we're gonna get back in the workforce kind of day. So that's a, vague feeling of productivity to look forward to. Vague. I mean, what'll probably happen is I get a job offer and then panic because I don't want it and then not respond. And ghost them like I have the last... Let's say several times, so as to not put an actual number on it. Not to interrupt your sad post. Oh, please do. Please do. I just got an ad, and what the fuck, League of Legends has a Netflix original? Didn't they already have a Netflix original? Oh, so why the fuck... I hate the ads on Twitch. So, okay, terms of service, I'm not supposed to do this. Y'all know that ad block exists, right? Right? Ad block works fairly well. I still get hit by pre-roll ads on here. Sometimes, on some channels, but not all of them. Not that I would ever advocate getting around the way that this platform makes its money. I would never do that. Oh. I spent so much of yesterday and this morning staying up all night and fucking watching what I assume is a History Channel show. Forged in Fire? Is that it? Is that the name of the show? It's a blacksmith competition show. And it's got like the History Channel level of like vague history, overbearing American patriotism, vibes going on. Like, it's definitely for a conservative audience, I imagine. I don't know, that's just the vibe it gives off. Like, it's definitely targeted towards, if I had to guess, men under 40 or men under 50 who live lower middle class rural America is who it's targeted towards. But I've been watching the fuck out of that show. I have been watching dozens of hours of people blacksmithing lately. It's been so satisfying. Learning about a craft I'm never gonna use, but learning about the intricacies of how this trade and this science work that I've never studied before. But like, people are like, haha, Alex, what have you been up to? I'm like, you know, nothing. Not much. Because I don't want to be like, oh man, I've been watching literally dozens of hours of people blacksmithing. That's what I'm doing with my time. Yeah, it's History Channel. Fuck, yeah, I believe it. My favorite episode is the one where when the blacksmith almost collapses because it's too hot and man's not fit. You're gonna have to be more specific. The season that has happened, more than once. There's an episode that's like old school versus new school, and it's like two young dudes and two old dudes who are like real out of shape. And the old dudes are like, oh, we're gonna do it old school. Like, beat out this iron hob, beat it out. The steel using just a hammer. And I'm like, you can't do that, man. Like, I'm seeing your body. You can't do that. Because there's a certain blacksmith bod of like, you know, there's a fit level of like, big dude. Right? Like, having a certain level of chunk. If you look at world-class weightlifters and heavy men competitions. Yeah, no, absolutely. These dudes did not have those bods. These dudes did not at all have those bods. What they had was like... I'm not here to shame, I'm just saying, like, you should have gone with the option that let you use the tools that you actually use in your day-to-day life. Because one of these guys are like, I'm fucking dying out here. I'm like, yeah, you might actually be. If you're over the age of 50, and you're doing a heavily strenuous activity for hours... You know, maybe make sure you can do that before you sign up for a show where you have to do that. Burly? Well, yeah, sure, burly, but also just like... I don't know. Does this dude need a battery to work? No, they get repaired by... Oh, some bullshit. I could probably break that down and talk to the... I almost called him a gnome. The dwarf. No. And, you know, I'm not trying to armchair quarterback this shit. I know I couldn't do it. I know I would need the machinery too. So this isn't me being like, look at you, you need the machine. Just like, don't try to be a hard ass. There's some really fucking heartwarming episodes where like they help each other out and all the dudes are like giving each other love, being super supportive. Then there are other ones where they call each other sir and they all try and be super polite and it's awkward as hell. And then there are episodes where the dudes are trying way too hard to like out macho each other and be the biggest, toughest, numberest, onest guy there. And like, fuck off, go to hell. I hope you lose. I don't care if you're good at this, you're bad at being a human being. Imagine not looking like the totally not gay steelworkers from the Soviet propaganda. Friendship poster. You mean these very straight men? Or perhaps you meant... Oh god, this one's on Facebook. Perhaps you meant these very straight men. Or maybe these couple of gal pals? Just roommates? Or these definitely not gay fathers? Or you'd think I'd run out of them. Oh, there are so many of them. There are so many of them. I love it. I love it. Love it. It's a great genre. That's a great place to wrap up for tonight. If one is your Twitch profile picture. Is that what that is? It's so fucking small. It's so small I couldn't tell what it was. Haha. This is a perfect catty thing to end up. Yeah, we're only an hour I'm recording. I guess I was live for... I can speedrun another day. What time is it? It's like 8:40. Okay, let's check something real fucking quick. I'm trying to bribe myself with takeout from a place next door, and if they're not even open, then, like, this is all gonna fall apart, because I don't want to pay a fucking delivery fee. And it's after 8, so they're probably not open because it's, what, a fucking Sunday night? Yeah, it's a Saturday night. I don't think they're open till 10. I think they're open till 8. Right? Right? Oh, no, the plan's falling apart, gang. Plan's falling apart. Depression's being like, yeah, but, like, what if you just gave up, Alex? Have you considered... Oh, no, they're open till 10. They're just not on Grubhub anymore. Okay. All right. All right. Hopium. Hopium. Oh, my spine. Papa, my spine. We papa the spine. Yes. We cannot order you through Grubhub because I think you are having a dispute with Grubhub, or somebody who works there keeps forgetting to do it. That's fine. I will just go pick him up. What do you want to pick him up? That is the wrong... Was I doing that shit through Postmates? DoorDash? They don't have a way to order from their website on their website, but they have a series of links to other sites where you can order from their website on their website. Wasn't Uber Eats, right? I'd never use Uber Eats. Did I order through this? Am I wrong? Nope, wasn't through that. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm gonna keep doing this on stream because, like, I love subjecting stream to just nonsense. But if you're watching this on Twitch, no, there will not be 8 more minutes of this. God, the last 2 minutes of this have just been me looking at the other monitor being like, am I gonna continue playing this? No, the answer is no, YouTube. This is it for today. Until tomorrow, I'm gonna say toodaloo, take care, see you then, bye-bye. Hotkey! Why you no work, Hotkey?